let's begin by introducing the supplied parts, hardware, and the recommended tools. We have a cross brace, right side, left side crash bar. In terms of hardware, 4 tube clamps, C-shaped. Then we have 8 M6 by 25 millimeter long hex head bolts plus nylock nuts. 4 M6 by 20 millimeter long hex head bolts plus washers plus nylock nuts. Tools, ratchet and various length extensions. 8 millimeter and 10 millimeter hex sockets, as well as 10 millimeter hex wrench or spanner. You can start by installing the left side upper crash bar. Of course, at this point, you must have had the lower crash bars installed. Just leave the lower crash bars loose before you move on to installing the upper crash bars. Okay, so put on a C-clamp, put this 6 by 25 millimeter long bolts through, and on the underside, in this case, you can spin on the nylock nuts. You can see it here. Spin on the nylock nuts. If it's easier for you to work without gloves, please do so. Okay, nylock nuts being spun on. And leave it loose, of course. You do not need to tighten the nuts at this point. Leave them loose. Now you can mount the cross brace. Just pay attention to orientation, although it's impossible to mount it incorrectly. In case you do end up, you can see how it will look. You won't be able to line up the mounting holes, so obviously that's not correct. And then you can grab the M6 by 20 millimeter long bolts, washers, and nylock nut. Spin on the nylock nut. Just a few turns. 2-3 turns max. You can go on the other side, repeat the very same thing. Don't forget about the washer, spin on the nylock nut, both on the top and the bottom. Okay, now the cross brace has been installed. First, pull the bolts and the nuts snug on the cross brace before moving on to the C-clamps. The torque specs are on display here. So after a test ride of 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, 80 miles to 120 miles, and then double check again that the bolts and nuts are tightened to the recommended torque specs. Should you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, info@outbackmotortech.com, or you can call toll-free 877-931-3636. Thank you for watching.